Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah!
Yeah!
We got it! We got
New 52 book.
it! Somebody clip this for the love.
Welcome to Comics League Members Hangout. I am Jared, and so once again, the reason why I'm doing this is because the interview with Comic Historian had to be pushed back, but I decided I wanted to still give more content, so I decided to do a member stream. So first off, we got Teladia Plays. What's up, brother?
Not much. I can hear myself echoing.
Yeah, I think someone has it on echo, but we also have David. We also have David. What's up, brother?
Hey guys.
And we have Robert. What's up, dude?
Hey, not bad, not much at all. I'm about to be switching over to my computer, so I'll be right back.
Okay. And we're here with Tevia. What's up, dude?
Oh, nothing in general. I think I think there might be a Green Arrow new issue, and this Green Arrow was awesome. And thank God they dropped another trailer back from the dead, and they re-sent member.
Mm-hmm.
So I should I tell you who they are, or go read the Green Arrow cover yourself?
We'll talk about it later. But so let's start off. Well, that's actually Brown has something. Your Games Radar article about upcoming DC content. Let us see. Games Radar.
Oh boy. Also, I've been reading this book. And you know what's funny?
Oh yeah, I love that book.
Yeah, this book is 10 times better than the actual game we got. This should have been the game we got.
Yeah, and actually, it's kind of funny. That's one of the good DC Rebirth books.
Yep.
It says a lot for me to praise DC. No.
Nope,
The one on the left sucks. The one on the left sucks. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. You know me, you know me, Tevia. I gotta bash Rebirth every chance I get. That's kind of my thing. That's my thing on the internet. It's that one and Lois Lane is my thing. But anyway,
but the button.
The button's not bad. But you know what is bad is My Adventures with Superman.
Oh boy, here we go.
I did a pretty episode. I thought the pretty episode really good. I do like the pretty episode. Granted, I didn't know it was Damage. I didn't know it was him. So I bet it's Blockbuster.
Here's my problem with My Adventures with Superman. Did you guys see the Damage design?
Yeah, I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, I'm watching this.
I saw your tweet about it.
Yeah, the problem with it is that they could have said it's Bane, and I would have been like, okay, it's kind of Bane. But the whole thing is, so he hulks out, but his head remains the exact same size. So he's like a giant dude with a tiny head. And I'm like, this combined with crappy Deathstroke. And I was like, wait a sec, can you guys design one character well? Is that possible?
I hate Deathstroke design. I'm still not fans on
You know, you guys are talking about My Adventures.
Yeah.
I have not caught up with it, but I did find out something interesting listening to an interview with Mike Carlin recently.
All right, go ahead.
He approves. He says they capture the spirit, and they don't go too much into this is my take. It's like, no, he feels like, yes, they change things to make it its own, but it doesn't go too much. You know, like some adaptations that go too far into absolutely nothing like it. And he basically, now granted, I think he's a little biased because, to be honest, they've been making no secret that they brought stuff, some of that stuff up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I'm like, I love the show that basically talks about only my stuff. So,
well, to be fair, he was the editor of that era, so it's not like he wrote any of it.
No, but he oversaw it. That's the thing.
Wait, if they're going to new the Hero characters, since that line failed miserably, are they going to be sideways then?
Wait, what line? Wait, I didn't hear you. What line failed miserably?
The new age of heroes.
It
New Age
didn't
of-
fail. It's heavy. Just because it went away does not mean it failed miserably.
Oh, wait, are we talking about the new age of here? Wait, what?
Damage,
what?
sideways. You remember, like at
That damage. Oh, that.
Yeah.
There's two different damages.
Yes,
right?
I know, but like, this way, that does not look like either of them.
I'll put it this way: there was flaws with that, but Carlin had nothing to do with New Age of Heroes. Just to make that clear. But
No, I know.
Jared, put up on screen to compare it.
Okay, I have not caught up with it. The only thing I've seen was the elevator sequence, which I got a chuckle out of that.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Let's be honest, that's a case of not forget it just being Lois and Clark. In general, that's someone taking a joke from a superhero and his normal girlfriend and making the joke out of it. Something like that. That's something I would have seen in Love and Capes and all that, where you would have a similar type of situation.
My problem is, okay, so they're breaking into a secure facility. There's no alarms.
Well, remember,
There's so many. Wait, do you remember when we went over the first part of Electric Blue? Superman tripped the alarm, and then later he acknowledged normally he would get past Lex's alarms.
He didn't in this. They was just breaking doors down.
Yeah. Okay, that's true as well. But again, who knows what the security is there?
Yeah. Speaking of Electric Blue, we did 11 to Electric Blue stuff in Sneak Peek episode 3, and it looks like my view is correct. They're all doing Electric Blue Superman.
Which, okay, I mean, it's an interesting era of Superman, to say the least. When he had the Electric Blue powers.
But still, it's a little bit cringe, Jared. You and I both know.
It's a little. The show is very cringe. At least in my opinion, the show is cringe. And to be clear, this is not an anti-Lois thing, because I love Superman and Lois. That I think is a great take.
I'm just saying this is different. It's different. It's interesting. It's playing up a take of Lois we don't usually see. It's like. It's no different than when you see other series where they've changed it, like having a teenage April O'Neil in the 2012 Ninja Turtles.
It's just, I just hate it where she looks like a little boy.
By the way, funny thing I found about her voice actress, Alice Lee. I know that her voice from Heathers, the musical.
Oh, really?
She was the Heather Duke, the one who took over after the main Heather got killed off. Mm-hmm. That was her.
When did that happen?
The Heathers musical.
Oh, I don't want that show.
It's not a show.
It's a musical. It's a musical. It's like on stage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Yeah, based off of a movie.
Yeah.
Based off of an 80s movie.
So
guys.
Okay, there was an 80s movie. Then there was a musical. Then there was a
remake.
No. Well, yeah, there was a reboot TV series that people hated because they had the Heathers be the type of people they normally would have picked on, like a chubby girl and a black. Anyway, by the way, Brown, what article are you referring to on Games Radar?
There's a lot of articles on Games Radar about DC. But anyway, Brown says My Adventures of Superman animated series. It's all about Lois Lane. Superman is a side character.
That's BS.
I disagree with that.
Unfortunately,
I say it's her perspective, but he's still the main focus. It's like tonight. The title's My Adventures with Superman. It's in the title.
Well, then they should call it Lois Lane. There's a reason why they only have Superman as the only named character in the title.
Well, true, but the title still spells it out.
Yeah,
but remember, before this show, we was going to get this show instead of Human Family. I looked it up. That's true.
It's heavy. It was never. That was a concept for a show. It was never confirmed that was actually going to come out.
Yeah. It's just like the Batman Beyond thing. Those things never went past the pitch stages. Why people keep on saying, "Why didn't we get this?" When it's like, maybe because they just didn't greenlight it.
Yeah, they never greenlight it. It would be one thing if they greenlighted it and then just canceled it, but they didn't do that. They just rejected the pitch. Because it happens all the time with animated movies where artists will come in and say, here's what the art style looks like.
And then you always have cases I'm saying like, oh, someone's working on a script. Didn't ever hear anything beyond it. Like Metal Men. Originally, Barry Sonnenfeld was working on a Metal Men script. Haven't heard that in years.
So
Speaking
I want
of,
to hear from.
speaking
I
of
want to
Pokemon book adapting, when we supposed to get a Super Saiyan, not putting that there, no book. Oh yeah, a Plastic Man movie. That never happened.
No. Oh, okay.
No.
That's been always rumored, but never got to go. It's been just as rumored as the Youngblood movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a Spawn movie, which we're never getting at this point.
By the way, see what's kind of funny, and Robert, I wanted to on this fight. I had a fantastic idea on my show, on my Wonder Woman show. I brought up DC Comics has an opportunity where they could launch something that would do very well. You ready? Take every single script of a DC movie that was supposed to come out and turn it into a graphic novel. Justice League Mortal, Superman Lives, just rolling with those.
Oh yeah, hey, that would be a brilliant idea.
You can call it the Lost Stories.
You know what? Well, to be fair, they're kind of on the rise there already with the 89 and 78.
Yeah, I'm saying. Let me put it this way: if we ever get the graphic novel version of the Snyderverse Justice League movies of 2 and 3, I think we're well on the way to getting like Justice League Mortal.
Here's the thing, though: it's getting the right artist. You can have a good writer, but we need the right artist. And unfortunately, who knows where DC's going to stand? Especially, you do realize, from what I understand, a lot of writers are not the biggest fans of the Snyder stuff. So I don't know what writers are going to be willing to want to do it.
No, but what I'm saying is that all you have to do is just like well, here's the thing:
you still need a writer to rework it because not everything is 1-to-1.
Yeah,
Jared, I got a good one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tony S. Daniel.
He's the artist, and see. Okay, so here's
Daniel's
the thing.
doing his own thing, unfortunately, now.
Yeah, I know, which is why I love his art. But the thing about it is that, see, I still think they could go for it because you could just tell them, okay, this is not canon. We're just doing this as a graphic novel. That's it. Yeah. You don't have to like it. Just write it.
Just make it Black Label.
Yeah, just make it Black Label. It's really simple. That and the thing, and then you could do like Justice League Mortal, Superman Lives, all these movies.
You know what would be weird for them to do?
That's scientifically fine, Governor.
To be fair, Tavia was off camera. But I was say they could bring back that failed Wonder Woman pilot and try and make something good out of it.
Or they could, they could take the script for Joss Whedon's Wonder Woman and throw in the garbage.
Yep. By the
way, sorry, I just want to point out to Randy, DC's allergic to good ideas. You know, every time I've been going to cons lately, it feels more and more like more creators are praising DC over Marvel.
Marvel is a mess.
Yeah, but they still have to see. Here's the problem: is that yes, they're praising DC, but
I mean, I'm talking about the working conditions and everything.
Yeah, the working conditions are better, but I'm just saying in terms of like going for these ideas, like the graphic novel movie idea, I barely see any movement on that.
Here's the other thing. I'm pretty sure this, and you got to remember that, and this is something I've learned long ago, and why don't they do this and that? There's a bunch of wheels that need, and plates to be spinning. There's a bunch of other wheels to get spinning. You have Marie Javin, you have to agree on it. You have other people that agree on it. It's not like Marie Javin has absolute end-all, be-all, final say. They still have to run it by other people for, to get money, to get paid for the creator team and everything. There's so much scheduling.
I just bring it up and saying, hey, it would be a great idea, and I think it would make DC a pretty penny. I really think so.
You can say that, but at the same time, it's going to still be a gamble. Like I doubt they expected 78 and 89 to do as well. Well, mostly 78. I think 89 just got tagged along.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, so here's the the other thing that I kind of wanted to talk about that Teladia and I were kind of talking about is that so the former heads of Rocksteady, so the studio's up and running, and they already have a deal with. Actually, Teladia, you can go ahead and tell a story.
Okay, so the former employees, the heads, which is Sefton Hill and Jamie Walker, left Rocksteady, and they made a new studio. Now, apparently, it's been picked up by Xbox Studios, meaning so it's been part of their company. So it's a AAA studio, and apparently there's 20 plus employees from Rocksteady that's come over to the new company.
Yeah,
now
makes sense.
But the thing is, there's going to be a lot of skepticism on this game from Safton Hill and Jamie Walker, considering the fact of what they did and how they left Rocksteady.
I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Sorry.
Wait, why? Why you didn't trust them?
Because you gotta remember this. Everyone wants to say, "Oh, they left before things went to shit for Suicide Squad." You realize, given how long game development, they set most of those wheels in motion by the time they left.
Which you explain why Judge agreed at the Suicide Squad did not do well.
Okay, I know you want to focus on
the story.
I get that, but I'm just saying, no. I think they set the ball rolling, realized it was going to be a disaster, and booked it beforehand.
That's what I think.
That's what I think. I do not believe it was Warner Bros. I think it was all them, and then they realized, oh shit, see you guys.
Well, in terms of like the live service Suicide Squad game, yeah, that was a Rocksteady thing. It came out. It was 100% a Rocksteady thing,
and that was them. That was them, and they were the ones who were still in charge when that happened. That's what I'm saying. So then they just like,
they were
one at a time, guys.
They were 85% completion before they left the studio, right?
So now, by that point, I would think the story was at least solid by that point.
But what I'm saying is, because of them making a new studio now, a lot of the fan base are going to criticize them for the next game, not only because of the fact of what they did before, but because the fact is they basically made the behind the scenes stuff look really bad for Rocksteady. And I'm not talking about the game, like game development. I'm talking about
stuff.
No, I'm not talking about the long service stuff. I'm talking about the employees.
Oh yeah. That's true. But I think they've also noticed, my opinion, I believe they've noticed that most people feel, at least a lot of the anti-woke people are the ones who act like they were the heroes who could have made sure this didn't happen. Seriously, have you noticed that? Have you noticed? No. I've seen more people who feel like it wasn't their fault; it was all Warner Brothers' fault.
It's a lot more complicated than that.
As much as I love to bash on Warner Brothers, it's not all their fault. But anyway, so David,
I agree.
Let me ask you your take on it, David.
On why Suicide Squad was so bad and poorly received?
No. On the employees, so Sefton and Jamie Walker.
Oh, walking away?
No. Them leaving the company to make a new studio and now being acquired by Xbox to make a AAA stand game.
I've been seeing a lot of companies get acquired by Xbox in the last couple weeks, I feel like.
And then shut down.
Yeah, and then shut down. I don't really.
Tavia, one at a time, Tavia.
I don't really understand what Xbox's whole plan is, because they've already acquired some of the biggest names in gaming and have done nothing with it.
Here's the thing. One, they just acquired them first of all. They literally they don't go that far. But the other thing is there's a difference between Xbox and Microsoft. And I'm pretty sure most of those layoffs and everything were from Microsoft, not Xbox.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Xbox is getting all the hate because they're the ones who did it. But it's like, no, it was Microsoft who made that call. I am guaranteeing you it was Microsoft.
Yeah. But now they've been called.
Okay. Wait, Tavia wanted to add something. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah, because remember, Microsoft ordered those killed off my business.
Slow down, David. I can barely make you out.
Those same efforts that he killed off my favorite studio, Tango Gameworks. The people made hype I lost. My favorite game of 2023. Well, one of my favorite.
Yeah, Tango is the one that still baffles me. I mean, I can understand. What was the other studio? The ones who did unfortunately did Prey, Redfall, and
Arcane Arson did Dishonored.
Yeah. And, no, they didn't do Dishonored. No, they didn't do Dishonored. That was main Arcane. Austin did Prey, Deathloop, and Redfall. That I understand.
That I got. Yeah, that was a try. But
bad game.
So Teladia, you have a point to add?
Yeah. So it's not called Microsoft anymore. It's called Xbox Gaming. They've changed the whole branding thing.
Of course they did.
No, sorry. What I meant was the company above Xbox. It's Microsoft. It still owns them. Microsoft, the whole company
Yeah.
still owns them. That's what I'm
Who's the
saying.
oversight?
They're the ones who were the ones who shut them down and everything. So
It makes no
Okay.
sense because have they like made a lot of awards, made a lot of money.
Now,
Can't
I
get
understand
that
what you're
good-
saying, Robert. I
Yep,
understand. Now I
And
understand
that's
what you're saying.
really-
Now
Wait,
let's.
wait, wait.
Yep.
I have. So let's move on to. I was thinking. So what do you guys think of the writers for Lanterns? Because I'm concerned. Here's my concern. When
King.
Tom King is making the story Bible, that's
Okay,
when I'm
yeah.
concerned.
I'm more worried. Actually, in this case,
Tabby,
I'm more-
wait. Tabby has hand up first.
all right.
Yeah, I'm more worried about David Lindelof and his track
Yep.
record. because-
Yep. Dave,
Oh god, his track record is very questionable. He wrote
This is
War
the-
with Franklin Bird.
one at a
Yeah.
time, guys. One at a
Yeah.
time.
He wrote at the Watchmen show, which was at least not disappointing.
I wasn't interested, so I
You
I
weren't
just didn't
like-
watch it. That's
like-
me. I'm like, I have the
and-
movie.
The only good show I like is Ozark. Ozark was a great show. That show was fantastic and a good show.
Mhm.
But other than that, with one good show, I just don't trust it with other stuff. And Green Lantern, that scared me. Because I don't want them as a Green Lantern. I really don't with the track record. Tom King is not trying to himself. I don't trust at all, but we'll see about that. But I just
All right.
hope it's sure.
Robert, you wanted to add something?
Yeah. I was saying, let's also not forget, he's the one who took the movie that was eventually became Prometheus and said, let's make it a trilogy, and then took off and didn't even have any idea about
Oh
it.
God, that's the guy that's responsible for this.
Damon Lindelof, the one who turned it from a done in one movie thing, let's make it a trilogy. Okay, what do we do next? Oh no, I'm out of here.
Oh God.
And then they led the Covenant then.
The sad part, the sad part, and then I'll get to you, David, is Robert. You know, I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. And I want good Green Lantern content. The
Yeah.
problem is the creators in charge of at least this show. I am very concerned.
I agree,
Same.
but at the same time, no, Lost was a good show for one.
Until
And
he
again,
torpedoed it.
Yep.
some would argue that because let's be honest, there's been a lot of shows worth that have dropped the ball harder than Lost
Game
ever
of
did.
Thrones.
Lost,
Mhm.
yep, I'll say Lost is a big masterpiece by comparison. However, I do believe there might be. Let's just wait and see. Because I'll also say this. I don't think this can get any worse than the Arrowverse as far as just disregarding source material at the series.
Robert. Oh, Robert.
Oh, it could get worse.
Oh, Robert. You just jinxed us, brother. You just jinxed us.
I did not hear me say. I said as the series went on, not when they started.
But honestly, I feel like these series are going to be like small run shows. I don't think they're going to go for season to season because according to Gunn, Lanterns is just setting up the main bad guy.
Mhm.
But who's the main bad guy?
Which, to be fair, I think that's better to treat these shows as mini series.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a smarter idea.
Wait.
Go
wait,
ahead, David. You had something to add?
Teladia did have his hand up before me, but
Yeah,
mine is really
yeah.
short. So I wanted to bring up what Brown Destroyer said, that James Gunn has already said that he didn't like one of the writers. That
Yeah.
he
Lindelof
has
himself.
even tweeted publicly that he doesn't like that writer. So now he's in the writer's room, and
Oh, he changed his mind,
Why?
David. He changed his mind. That's
Well,
why.
It's 2012.
It could be a case of he doesn't like him personally, but he likes the idea that's being presented. Or it's just a series Bible that he worked on with King, and Damon's not
That's
involved
equally
with the rest of the
concerning.
show.
But it could be also that yeah, he hated him on Lost, but he liked him on Watchmen. Go ahead, Teladia.
So I had my hand for a long time. Anyway, so I was gonna say that yeah, James Gunn changed his mind. Like even though he tweeted that like 12 years ago when he said about Lindelof, right? My thing is, if you hate the guy, why acquire him to do your Lantern show? It's simple, right? If you're gonna make a public statement saying, oh, he's this, that, and the other, every name under the sun publicly, why go out of the way then and say like I'm gonna hire the dude, right?
Good
And
question.
Well,
It's even after just 12 years later, it's like you're clearly like you're changing your mind out of left field, and the fact is that's why a lot of people are gonna be really, really concerned for what you do when you go into projects, let's say Waller, or let's say Booster Gold, or let's say whatever other project they've got coming up for TV shows, it's like they'd be very concerning for who they're going to bring on. You could be saying stuff about them behind their backs or saying stuff publicly, and it could pop up on Twitter. So I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you know.
Go ahead, Robert. You had your hand raised first.
If I remember right, though, Damon just worked on the series Bible. He's not one of the showrunners, if I recall, and I think that's a big difference. He probably just worked on it with Tom King for the series Bible, and then the showrunners are taking the balls and running with it. And he basically said, "Hey, it's worked. Yes, his name's on it. I'm not going to hold it against him if I like what I'm seeing in here." But basically, that's probably now if he was made one of the showrunners, then there'd be a bit more concern. But the case of acknowledging good work.
Here's my reaction to finding out Tom King is involved in this series at all.
I feel the same.
Again,
I feel the same.
he's also involved with just the series Bible. He's not a showrunner. He just worked on the pilot.
Because remember, this is the guy that thought it was funny to have Hal Jordan shoot himself in the head in the Batman run.
Yep.
Also,
the guy will handle it in
to be fair, though, I would just say, to be fair for that, we don't. That was in that dark future, I recall, and we don't know what led up to it. We have no idea the context of that at all. If you want to complain about him saying, "I have no idea what Will is." That you could complain about.
That too. I'm like, you're a Green Lantern, dude.
Like I said, the suicide, we don't know the context. Because again, the world's already messed up. We don't know what led to that.
What's up, Arkham Knight?
I don't count that.
Oh.
Okay. I don't agree that Tom King hates America. I do not agree with that.
No, but I will. No, he doesn't. I think he honestly just hates happy people. That's what I think he does. If you look at his writing, everyone's depressed as hell and almost suicidal. But anyway, go ahead, Tavia.
Yeah. My hands are getting tired. But yeah, also not to mention, Johnny, WB channel, my show, Superman Lower, and we'll put it out there with that movie. It's worried me a lot. But I know that's not dangerous. That could be dangerous. WB, that could be not different again. But
wait, what? I couldn't even make out half of what you just said, Tavia.
WB channel, my favorite show, Superman Lois, for that movie, it makes no sense because you could have 3 Superman stuff right there, but instead of doing the smart thing and let's keep the Papa show for you like instead of okay, check that show. I'll play it with that movie. We did a 50-50 coin toss. Not that we have the 40 coming out, which is another gamble because the 40 is a team no one knows about. The only people who know what the 40 are us comic fans.
Yeah,
and that's it. So
here's the thing:
we can make that team work.
I'm not against an authority movie in general. Yeah. I'm just against it being this early in the DCU.
Yeah,
that's because here's the thing. Let's war game this, because part of the reason why Guardians was even greenlit is because the MCU had the public trust that if you go to a Marvel movie, no matter what it is, we'll see a good movie. DC hasn't had that as of yet. Will it be helped by James Gunn's name on it? Possibly. But in terms of like general people that just go from movie to movie, I feel like they're going to see the authority. Unless the previous movies are great, they're going to see the authority and go like, the hell is this? I'm not going to go see this. I'll wait till it comes on streaming. Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah.
I was going to say, though, now here's the other big thing is, which stories are you going to go with? The Ellis one or the Millar one? Because those are 2 very different authorities. You have one that's more straight-laced, because it was Tracy, like, Ellis treated it like heroes that, are more powerful than everything. They're the authority, literally in their name. Whereas Millar was more made it satire, the way where they're like, poking fun at his politics. He very much used his politics in that book.
Well, that's what Millar does. I think he's gonna go with the Ellis run because that was a graphic novel that at least flashed on the screen whenever they talked about the authority. So I really think at that. But here's the thing. Again, the authority movie could work really well. It could be really cool. Just has to come later when people are accustomed to DC again. That's the thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, of course, not to mention the authority, the only authority we know of one other team, which is great. Mark Miller's controversial beyond belief, and then Grant Morrison the authority. So, I'm confused. Are we going with one ever the good authority, the bad with Mark Miller, or Grant Morrison the authority with the Seth Warburg? because
Well, Ellis, I just said it was the Ellis run.
yeah, the Ellis one, but
Yeah, that's what you
it was
did.
going for it because they're going inside Wildstorm, which that
Oh,
plays
no.
some question.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? What?
The Authority are set in the Wildstorm universe, so
They're
I
not doing
would-
the Wildstorm Authority because Wildstorm doesn't
Well,
exist.
To be fair, the Alice one was the Wildstorm one.
Well,
yeah.
it's that.
No, no,
It's that.
But basically, look, Tavia, they're going to treat it like from New 52 onward. They exist in the DC universe,
Yeah.
but unlike New 52, where they kind of shoehorned it. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
it was
they
a
did.
shoehorn.
They
This is a kid with
shoehorned
a more, or at least I hope, organically. You know, I said that's why I said I hope organic. Look, I'll just say this. I did this. Getting back to something I was saying to say earlier. I do think if they're going to do these different series as mini series and not ongoing, smarter thing, which is something Disney took way too long to figure out for their Marvel stuff.
Yeah, because if you do it as a mini series, it's less homework that people have to watch because you're already going to have that complaint because you got shows and movies and TV and all that stuff and animated series. But
I even like the Button. That's a mini series, and there's a mini series too.
No,
one at a time, guys.
The Button was not a miniseries, Tavia. That was just an arc.
Well, that's true. Yes,
it was a trade in an ongoing series, Tavia.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I'm using that as example.
But I was going to say, they should have gone with the Elite. More people know the Elite than the Authority.
That is true. They should have gone with the Elite.
Plus, you could have named a movie Superman versus the Elite. So you get that.
I do think they're going to have Manchester Black regardless. I think they're going to put him in the Authority, even regardless. I think.
Well, there was a Manchester Black in the Authority, right?
No, not
one at a time, guys. I'm not going to say it again. One at a time.
Sorry, there's Jenny Spark. Hold on, let me look it up.
So anyway, so in the meantime, David, your thoughts on there possibly being an Authority movie?
I don't like it. I don't think that.
Really? Elaborate.
It's way too early, like you were saying. Like we keep saying, you've only said that for like a year straight now. That the projects he chose are so odd, and part of what made the MCU like work is that whenever they introduced something, it got huge. But he has to fast forward. We have to fast forward through a lot of stuff. Like all those characters can exist, and then you can just bring them up, and people like us will know those references. But he has to only focus on the heavy hitters. Like I don't know why there's no Teen Titans. I don't know why there
is one.
No JLA. No, like why he didn't start there. You can't start with Skeeter. You have to start with what people already know. You have to be able to put you kind of have to be able to put Superman in every single one of your movies or Batman in every single one of your movies if you want people to care right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so actually, Teladia had his hand raised first. Go ahead, Teladia.
So I was going to say that we haven't heard from David. That's the best thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
so,
there you go.
Yeah, and I wanted to add as well. Like, if I was James Gunn, yes, I would do the Elite over of the Authority because I think the Elite is more well known, more better known than the Elite. Than the Authority. Yes.
My other critique. Okay, so the one Wonder Woman related project you have is Paradise Lost, right? Okay, that's cool. But my problem is when people say, "Oh, Gunn is going to be really comic accurate and all that stuff." Then why are you getting rid of Diana in a story where she plays a major role in the story?
Yeah, good question.
Because it's kind of funny because I picked up those trades of Paradise Lost and Paradise Found. I think is a sequel because I wanted to see, okay, is there a story here that he could do? And yeah, there is. Don't get me wrong. And yes, the Amazon's like Game of Thronesy thing is present in there, but Diana kind of plays Diana and Donna specifically are very important to that story. So I'm like, why are you getting rid of them? But anyway, so go ahead, Robert.
I was going to say I think with the Authority, here's my theory, and I think you guys might agree once I say it. Here's what I think they're going with. I think they're going to go with the Authority first being about how the Authority are in charge, and maybe they're doing a decent job, but there's things that are going to eventually get to a boiling point now that Superman's here doing things differently. And I think that's the myth arc of this Gods and Monsters. That you have gods but that are going to become the authority are going to be the gods that might eventually become like monsters because they're going to eventually be compared to Superman and then realize their way doesn't work. I think that's what they're going with.
I think
Superman, and that's why I think they're going with the authority over the elite, because the authority does the whole point of the authority being created the elite being created was a response to the authority. And why we had Superman, what's so funny about truth, justice, and the American way is because you have people say, why doesn't Superman do what the elite does? Then that was the authority. The authority, the elite. And I think James is going with the authority because it's like, why go with X speed? They only had X speed because Wildstorm was a separate universe. Why go with that when we can go with the real deal?
Yeah. What do you want to say, Tevia?
To add to that point, I think that could make sense. But at the same time, though, like the problem with the authority as the main authority against Superman is that, well, they're incompatible. Because Apollo is the Superman archetype, then Midnight who's the Batman archetype.
They're supposed to be incompatible, Tavia.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's not saying Superman's going to join them. I'm saying Superman's going to butt heads. No, he's going to butt heads with them, and the world's going to get a different age of heroes. Basically, what I say is, it's been here's what I'm theorizing: the JSA used to exist, then they retired, and then unlike post-crisis where Superman came about and was the first superhero of the modern day, the authority came about first, and then we've had heroes of their kind. And now we're having Superman show up. It's going to be a shift in power, like Black Adam.
Which I'm curious in general about that. If they're going down that route, then what Jay Sparks or Quantum.
Oh, and Comic Geek co-host Britt, my good friend Britt. I'll play her intro real quick because she is in the chat. So here you go.
He's back.
You, Robert, but so she just, I believe it's just titled Paradise Lost being used, not so much for the story. However, the fact that DC reprinted the original story makes things good. That's my point, because if it were just they're using Paradise Lost and they didn't reprint the story, that'd be one thing. But the fact that it was among the graphic novels that he said read this for the movies and shows, which by the way, as much as I have critiqued James Gunn, the one thing where I have zero criticism for is how finally, at the end of the trailers, at the end of the movies, and at the movie announcements, they say, read this comic book at your local comic book store. That, I will 100% give credit to him because DC was not doing that since he got, before he got in there. Well done, sir. You're finally doing something smart.
James Bond's mid-20th century.
But so what about the Avengers of DC? Who are the DC?
What Avengers?
He's talking about the two different worlds where Lord Havoc comes from. And
that guy.
That'll be going into the multiverse. We don't want to get into that right now.
No, not this earth, not with Marvel.
One at a time.
Sorry, at least with the authority. They've already established in the comics now they're part of the same universe. You can accept that, have them exist. That's one thing. Bring in Lord Havoc's world or the Ultimate X-Speed world. No, bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea indeed.
But anyway, so let's move on to a little topic that I wanted to run things by you. So, how are we feeling about this DC this DC Ultimate Universe thing? Because here's the thing, I have some concerns. Mainly that, and Robert, I know you and I have talked about this on your show a lot, but I'm going to bring up the factor that I have a small concern with, because I feel like some creators will use it as the opportunity. It's like, I want to write a Superman story, but I can't because someone else has already taken over Superman. I'm just going to go here and write my Superman story there. And then that's how you get like a lot of confusion. I like to think DC has learned not to do that, but I'm not sure. Go ahead, Tavia.
Yeah, about the open DC. I might treat that I've always, like, look, you know what he's my channel. You know I like Young John. If I get Young John in that email, I'll be happy. I know
they're not going to bring him into that universe.
I know that's a bit of a difference. Maybe down the line, but maybe
not down the line at all, Tavia. They're not going to put him in the universe. I don't know how many different ways.
Tavia, I'm not going to give the spoil, but I know at least a little inside stuff. I can tell you one change that's going to happen to one character, not Superman, but another one of the characters, proves this is going to be a radically different universe. And I'm sorry that torpedoes any chance of John.
Shit. Oh, okay, fine.
Keep it PG, Tevia. Keep it PG.
Sorry. But besides that, you know, I am at the interested in the universe, even though I am worried it may find the same thing trap that the old opening universe did. Which remember, that universe started out very strong, but that's so sure the crime y'all getting crash and burn. And I don't want that by DC because we've done OT before in DC with the Earth 1 books. But the Earth 1 books, the problem with those books is
but here's the difference, Tevia. Here's the difference. Earth 1 was not one continuity. They try to make us think it was, but there's no way that Wonder Woman exists in the same continuity as Superman.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It did fit until the third book.
Until the third book. Exactly. Until the third book, they could have told me these were in the same universe.
Teen Titans cannot be in that universe.
No, it kind of could. Green Lantern could not.
True, Green Lantern could not.
But anyway, so David, your thoughts on like DC's supposed Ultimate Universe? Now, here's the thing: the potential is there, David. If they do this right,
and it's Scott Snyder.
Because if it's Scott Snyder, I have more trust in Scott Snyder because he's written some pretty great stuff. What I think they probably could do, they could use this to explore ideas that they couldn't do in the regular books because it's a separate continuity. You know, I'm talking about Superman and Wonder Woman, but there's plenty of other stuff that they can do because Lois is in the main universe.
Yep.
They could do like stuff with Green Lantern. They could do stuff with Batman. They could do stuff with any other character. Flash. They could do stuff with any other character because it's an alternate and because it's a separate universe. But your thoughts, David?
I think that I hope it's going to be really great because look at how, I mean, they've kind of had this before. I mean, New 52, a lot of people even think of it as like its own Ultimate Universe and then they just quit.
Had it been separate, I think it would have been more
it would have been perfect.
Yes.
It should have been something altogether very
because I always say the reason why the new 52 reboot happened was because DC was almost closed down. I think they would have still gotten the money boost and possibly more had it been side by side with post-crisis because you could have had both. You wouldn't have had one side feeling alienated while the other side is not. Same thing with Rebirth. Because what I think they could have done instead of Rebirth, just I know, Tavia.
It's about Rebirth.
I know. What I think they could have done to make this better was even with Rebirth, they could have just had Manhattan come in, separate the universes, and just, in other words, separate. Just say at some point the worlds merged in Flashpoint when they weren't supposed to. He separates them. You have two universes, New 52 pure, pre-convergence, all that BS, and then a post-crisis stuff normal. What you want to say, Robert?
Well, I want to respond to Atchison saying until DC cleans out, nothing will change. I just want to ask, there might be a handful of people you want to get rid of, but majority of the creative team still at DC are good. I mean, come on, you have Jurgens, Williamson, you have so many there.
Jeremy Adams.
Yeah, Jeremy
Jurgens is overrated.
Philip Kennedy Johnson.
What? Jurgens is great.
Still good compared to a lot of the worst white writers.
Yeah,
like
you wrote this amazing book.
Okay,
we got it, Tavia.
Hey, Tavia, come on, you're rubbing it in, all right?
No, I know, but to you want
no.
Yeah, we got it, Tavia. We got it.
But I'm saying no. So to do a clean house, you'd be throwing the baby out with the bathwater at DC. Marvel, on the other hand, no. Most of those.
Here's what you could do. At least clean out the editorial. Don't get rid of the writers because a lot of the bad decisions that come from DC come from the editorial.
Yeah.
But their editorial is still light years better at putting a leash on your creative
It's better than Marvel. Don't get me wrong. It's way better than Marvel. I still think there's room for improvement, or they need to be. Here's my thing. They need to be able to say no to their creatives because they need to actually. Like, let me put it this way: Tom King having Wonder Woman punch her mother in the face should never have been in a Wonder Woman book. Never, never. Really, Tom King should not have been put on the Wonder Woman book. He didn't even want to write that. But still, I'm just like, get off the book, dude. But anyway, go ahead, Teladia.
I was gonna say, like, you know how I feel about the Absolute Universe, right? Like, I would do like New 52, merge it with All Star, and you know,
like that's
in
just
terms,
2 books.
no, All Star Universe, like
I know.
because
I know. The All-Star was All-Star Superman, and then Frank Millerverse.
Which Crash and Bird.
which had
It didn't
Damon-
crash and
also a
burn
Scott
yet,
Snyder All-Star
Tavia. The Millerverse did not not everything.
Okay.
Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it crashed
No.
and
I
burned.
said Donny Strikes Again, and Donny Strikes Again was a bad sequel, and then we had Donny Strikes.
Yeah, but Tevia, it didn't crash and burn. They're still making books in that universe.
but
Yes,
what
they
I'm,
are.
what I'm trying to,
Okay. Tavia, come on.
what I'm trying to say is
Right.
is that I would have aspects from New 52, aspects from All Star, aspects from, let's say, I would say pre 50, not pre 52,
Post Crisis.
no, before
Pre-
post crisis.
Pre-crisis?
Pre-crisis?
Really?
Some
Just a-
some stuff like that is cool, like bringing Superman back to being the agent, the like protector of the oppressed. You could still do that.
You could do
That's
that, but
kind of
you're
what
not-
New.
But sorry.
That's kind of what New 52 did. At least the Action Comics side. I
Action
think.
Comics side, yeah.
I think. Go ahead, Robert.
I was just gonna say, I just don't want Superman being alien first over his humanity. That's
No,
the one thing
there
I don't
definitely
want.
has to be a balance. That's the other thing that you need. You need a writer that's actually going to emphasize the balance, because too often with Superman writers, I see them emphasize one side or the other. Tomasi, I think, went too hard on the human side. And here's, I know you like him, Tavia, but
Tavia, read the room, please. Read the room, please, Tavia.
But
Okay.
the other thing is like with it's like, and you also have to have a writer that's not going to like insult Krypton because
Right.
what because like it or not, Superman is the analogy for the immigrant, and it's like when you're for the most part when you're attacking the homeland of the immigrant, that's kind of a bad look.
Yep.
At least say because look this way, he didn't flee Krypton because it was like it was like oppressive. He flew because it was he fled it because it was going to explode. He didn't really have a choice in that matter. So.
True. But at the same time, but we just need to remember that he was raised by the Kents. That it's just one thing. Pre-crisis
100%.
bothered me the most. Pre-crisis bothered me that you've heard me rant about this.
Yeah.
It bothered me the most. As soon as they died, it's like he was never really Clark. Clark was like, nope, I'm Superman all the time. I'm just putting a disguise on him, acting like I was like the Kents. They care for me, but who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares about the Kents? I care
Go
about
ahead, Tavia.
Jor-El, Laura.
Go ahead, Tavia, and keep it short.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think I love it. Like, yeah. It's not just that, but also in general, I think with the new universe, they had to start all rules because when you start a new universe from scratch, you got to start to make rules. If you have no rules, it's just chaos. And chaos admin for always blow them in the face. Examine it with more opening unit, the old unit. When Jeff Lowe got involved, he messed everything with Ultimatum. Ultimatum killed that line so badly to the point that this unit is dead. We're gonna blow it up with Secret Wars.
Okay. Get to the point. You can't go on these long rants. I need you to be able to hear other people on the channel.
Yeah, sorry. But to make a long story short, basically they need rules. They need to make a stop rule and don't go off the rail like the old
Yes.
did.
Yeah. Okay, so David, you had your hand up for a while. What's up?
Yeah. I think that we haven't had a Justice League book in a long time, so this
Well,
could
that's
be
the stupid
an-
part.
Yeah, this could be a chance for them to really get the Justice League like really right for a very brand new reader. And I hope that they understand that this is the time where they can get all of the ages of the characters and like when they all meet each other. And that would be really cool to see, especially for a lot of new readers who are just getting into comics now. I really hope they don't drop the ball on this. And I really, what I want out of it is for them to really embrace all the Elseworld stories and take a lot of those elements, because you don't have to really follow like their main canon if you're making your own universe. I mean, there's a lot of Elseworlds that have just went off the rail. Well, not like off the rails in a good way. Like Deceased is a good one. Batman the White Knight's a good one. They gave
Dark
them their
Knight
own
Steel.
universes. Yeah, Dark Knights of Steel. That's another one. They need to embrace being really creative and being innovative, because telling the same old, like the Last Son of Krypton, telling the Orphan of Gotham and the Princess of the Amazon, we know those stories. We all know them. This is a chance for them to finally hook people with something that they haven't really seen before.
Yeah. So let me, I'm going to go around real quick. Here's a question. I want to hear from each of you, starting with Teladia.
Yeah.
If you could, so who's going to be if you were in charge of the Justice League book for, let's say it's called DC Absolute, what's your lineup? Me personally, obviously the Trinity, Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern, because I don't think she gets enough, she gets enough points. Wally West, Flash. I'm going kind of like outside there. I wouldn't go with Martian Manhunter. Here's why. That's pretty much having two Supermen. And then it's just way overpowered, at least in my opinion. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of him being a founding member. He can be on the team later in the like unlimited era. But honestly,
how many members is the cap?
Let's say 7.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Cyborg and what's another good one? I'm going to go with, how about, I'm trying to think.
We get it, Tevia.
What would be a let's see. Actually, you know what? I'll go with 6. Go ahead, Teladia. You can go first.
Okay, so my picks is obviously the Trinity, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Then I would have 2 Green Lanterns, Jessica Cruz, right, as a minor, like she's not a major Green Lantern, she's a minor one, but her mentor would be John Stewart, right?
Or actually, it's kind of cool to Teladia. There was this really cool in the Justice League Rebirth books. Again, some of the few good Rebirth books. I know, Tavia. Some of the good Justice League books, in my opinion. What they did is they had it where like it was this great moment. So Wonder Woman is training Cruz and Baz in how to fight. And it's kind of cool to have this great moment at the end of the book where like Cruz goes, "Hey, Wonder Woman, I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate you training us and stuff." She goes, "Wait, training us? I wasn't training you. I was training with you. And you gave me quite a challenge. So I really appreciate that." So I would love like small moments like that. I love that stuff.
I love that too.
So David, how about you?
Thinking about my last member, I have 5, but I don't know about the last, because I know that I definitely want Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and I want Hawkgirl and Aquaman.
Yes, that's a solid
I love
lineup,
Aquaman.
dude.
He's probably like one of my favorite DC characters, and he doesn't get any love.
Yeah,
I definitely want him on there. But I can't think of the last member. I want to say, it doesn't sound crazy for wanting like another Bat family member, but either like, I want a female character as the last one, but I can't think of a good one. Yeah, that's not.
That's not bad. I mean, it was kind of funny. Technically, she is a Justice Leaguer because it was kind of funny. She provides like computer stuff for the League, the Suicide Squad, and the Bat family. So that's actually not. She could be the person that so she can essentially take John's role in JLU, where he's like, "Okay, you go here, you go here, you go here." Yeah, that's a great idea.
And she's up in the tower too.
How about you, Robert? Let's go. You're Justice League.
Okay, Trinity, obviously. I would have Dr. Light for one.
That's a good choice. Wow, nice one.
Yeah, well, hey, she led the league during one of its dumbest periods, but still. Green Lantern, I keep with Hal. I love Jessica, but I feel Hal is the mainstay. He's the one who's been there the most. Now, I would have, though, Jessica be his backup for when he's off planet.
Or how about both? Because remember when in Rebirth they had her and Baz on the lead.
I know, I get that, but I'm just keeping it to one as a backup. That way you have a rotating, because you know the Green Lantern, but because Jessica can, Hal will probably have his own book still. unless he could go up and lead, and then Jessica, not in a book, would stay there.
Yeah, I could dig that. But
I would have who else? So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm keeping it the 4, kind of Green Lantern just as 4 because it's a rotating.
That's fine.
5 was Dr. Light, so I'm at 5. You said we're doing 6 or 7.
Around there, yeah, that's fine. I'm not stingy.
I would. You know what? Actually, probably could have gone over the books, but you know what would be an interesting one to shake things up and just give things a try?
Who?
Platinum. Platinum.
Who? Who's Platinum? I know
Of the Metal Men. Of the Metal Men.
I thought that's what you meant, dude.
Oh, huh.
You know what's funny, Rob? Leave it
Just
to
one of
Robert to have 2 choices where it's like thinking outside the box, my brother.
Yeah,
Nice.
Just her, not the other Metal Men. Just Platinum.
What didn't they kind of almost put her on the league in Grant Morrison's run?
Kind of, sort of. I think it was one where they teased it, nothing more.
And Forever Evil, they teased it in several books.
Yeah. No, wait. I had one more. More.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yep. And I was thinking for the last member. Oh, actually, I know I had a good one. Sideways.
So Spider-Man.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Well, that and if you never know, if you're dealing with the Omniverse war, you could use his ability.
And he could bring back new 52 Superman for all we know.
Okay. They could take him to the new 52 world that still exists there.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Robert brought back my favorite world. Thank you, brother. I love you. All right, go ahead, Tavia.
Yeah, after me, I think my roster would be Superman, Batman, one on obviously. I had Martian Manhunter on the team because, well, he was as part of my favorite one ever.
Yeah.
But Boy with Flash would be on team also because my favorite part ever. But as for the other two members, Aquaman I would add because he's a fan of me. Need him. Wait, at 7. Dang it. Okay, fine. Fine. But I want 1 8 member. I'm gonna go beyond. But go to 8.
All right. 1 member. It can't be John Kent.
Fine.
Wait. He's at 6. He's at 6, not 7. He's at 6.
Oh, okay. Okay, you have 1 more. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You can't pick John.
Dang it. Okay, no, I can do it.
That's 2 Supermen. That's 2 Supermen.
No. Robert, he has Martian Manhunter on there too. So tell me 3 Supermen.
That's 3.
Yeah,
It's the League of Supermen, pretty much.
Well, let's be honest, though. Martian Manhunter is usually around just for his telepathy and shape-shifting more than his Superman powers.
Yeah, but he's pretty in combat. He's Superman.
Yep.
Yeah.
My son I was a joke here with Baron laugh, but that is a joke. That's why
Why would he be on the league?
No, it's a joke. Right?
Okay.
Hey, Tavia, that's quite a laugh. But Brown's league is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Ms. Martian, Kyle Rayner, Nathaniel Adams as a later member.
Oh, Quantum Atom, in other words, yeah.
Nice. I like that.
I got my found will be at the Sound Girl. Well, I would.
She's in the Legion, though, in the future.
Yeah, she's well. Let me be fair. I included Platinum of the Metal Men, so we could have her.
You could. I guess
it can work. It can work. Saturn Girl can work.
Yep.
All right.
Like I don't like Darkman. I don't want Paul Revere because I don't want me. But Sound Girl, one
at a time, guys. One at a time.
I remember Phantom Girl was part of the Terrifics. Now, Grant, wasn't she a present day Phantom Girl or something?
Yeah, she was. She was a present day Phantom Girl. She wasn't Pat Phantom Girl.
And Brad Brown says, in my opinion, the most interesting Lantern is Kyle, but that's just it. All right, that's your opinion. I like Kyle too. Don't get me wrong. Luffy says the perspective on Aquaman has completely flipped thanks to New 52. It's crazy to hear people saying they love Aquaman, knowing what people used to say. So it started to flip, but Jeff Johns really solidified it with that series, and then Zack Snyder casting Momoa as Aquaman kind of mainstream the more badass Aquaman that we know and love today. So that's what I'm going to do it there. So I think that's a good place to leave it.
Before we wrap up, I want to show you quickly. And look what I just sent you.
There's the Multiverses Batman Who Laughs voice.
There's a clip of it.
All right.
Yeah. Hold on just a second. I'm getting for it.
Wait, is it Conroy playing the Batman Who Laughs?
No.
Oh, okay.
The rumors are it's a Joker skin, but the rumors are that it's Troy Baker doing the voice.
Oh, that's
Ooh, that
a
makes
good
sense.
one.
That's a
But
good one.
I'll be honest, from what I just heard, it's different.
All right,
Yeah.
let's hear it.
Hold on. I'm sending it to you right now.
All right.
And then you can share it.
Yeah. So,
It's in
so
the,
let me do
private
that.
chat.
I'll share it. Okay, so let me just do this.
It's a weird voice. It's not what I expected.
All right, share
Yeah.
screen.
I know
Official audio.
Batman this year online. No,
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Call me the Batman who dances.
Whoa, that's cool. When does that game come out?
Today.
It just came out today.
It came out today?
Okay,
wow.
so here are my thoughts on it real quick. I like the amplification thing they're doing with the voice. It kind of makes him sound like a spirit. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Robert. It's different. It's kind of odd, but I like it. I think it's actually pretty cool. Teladia, how about you?
That's funny.
I thought it was not bad. I don't think it's like the Joker who laughs from from the motion comic.
No, the Batman laughs.
That motion what's it called? That motion thing that for that.
Yeah, they
motion
did.
comic they did. Yeah, the motion comic they
Those
did.
were great, by the way.
The rock stuff.
Yeah,
Rock stuff.
it doesn't feel like that, but it's still cool. So I'll give it a solid 6 out of 5. Sorry, 7 out of 5. 7 out of 10.
I just say it's not Joker or Batman enough.
Yeah, it's
Because it kind of has to be a little bit of both because it's a Jokerized Batman. So
It doesn't sound like either. It doesn't sound like either, though. That's the thing.
What do you think, David?
David, yeah.
I think that game's rated E, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that probably has a lot to do with why he sounds like that. Because they don't want to scare little kids or anything.
No,
and
but
that's,
he should still sound a little Batman-like, is what I say.
Yeah, he should sound like more psycho.
And by the way, Luffy brings up a good point for the Justice League. Mira or Plastic Man? Mira was on the league when Aquaman was stuck in Atlantis.
And Plastic Man was great in
What?
Your camera went out. It's spinning.
Oh, okay. I enjoyed it. I thought that was Plastic Man was one of the league members for Tower Babel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, even before that.
Before that, yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I still always loved in Dark Knight Strikes Again. He thinks like, oh, I hope this isn't a dream. That'd be cool if it was real. Hey, wait, it's gotta be real. Points elastic, elongated man. No way I'd be dreaming someone as boring as you. I mean, look at you. All you do is stretch. You don't even change it anything.
Okay, that's funny.
I love that. So let's wrap it up. So Teladia, where can one find you, and what have you got coming on your channel, my brother?
Okay, so you guys can follow me on Twitter at Teladia Plays _. That's on Twitter. If you want to check out my YouTube page, it's at Teladia Plays. What content I've got coming out tomorrow? I'm going to be doing Snyder Fans Read Comics as we cover New 52 Justice League with Jared. It's the Throne of Atlantis part. And also on Thursday, I'll be editing videos and whatnot. And then Friday, it'll be Multiverses, myself and Jared. I'll be streaming that over on my Twitch page, so twitch.tv/Teladia Plays, as we play Multiverses since its relaunch. And then over the weekend, obviously, I'll be doing some stuff with Jared and, maybe even, some other stuff with other people, but you'll see me around in other places. So, I'll say that.
He'll be here because he's the co-host of Comics League, so he kind of has to be here. But So, David, how about you, my brother?
You can follow me at junk_surfer at twitter.com or whatever it's called now. And I like to read comics and stuff. And that's it.
Robert, how about you, my brother?
Well, our pre-recording of the next part of the Electric Blue Saga premieres tomorrow. You and I still got
blue.
Yep. I'm going to be recording one of 2 possible Metalman minis with Pika tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
Which will be my 399s. Trying to get planned out for my 400s. I got 2 possible days it could be, either Tuesday or Friday, one or the other.
I can't wait for that.
And that's going to be Secret Warriors.
Yay! Hickman won.
What?
Well, Hickman, he won the poll.
Yeah, that won the poll. Yeah, but and I still got a bunch of other videos in the can. I might get back to streaming, but I'm not sure, and I'm just playing every day by ear.
Heck yeah. Tavia, how about you?
For me, you know, I'll be real over Spider-Man tomorrow because I love that book. The Spider-Man book is that good because it broke my mind.
We got it, Tavia. We understand, Tavia.
I have Ultimate coming out. I still need to review this book. I need to review this book ASAP. I've been telling you to review this book. And the only reason I wanted to get a review on my channel. I've been so busy with other stuff. I need to review it. So save my review of this amazing book. I get to review it hopefully this week. Again, maybe hoping on that one. I plan to come on the channel. I'll be reviewing another movie at the this week. Called Hayayaki, I think. Yeah, an anime movie with volleyball. So save that review I did this week, which kind of made my first. Oh yeah, the Summer Game Bank. Summer Game is coming out. I'll be doing watching that one. Hopefully, I guess some of you guys join me on that one. I know Troy doing you don't watch team, so you're doing watching that one. So I wish you like you might good work, man. But other than that, I think that's all I got.
All right. So as for Comics League, Britt and I are going to be doing something kind of fun with this. So last week we talked about why Wonder Woman needs to be respected as a character. So what we're going to do this week, we're going to basically do a live fanfic where we essentially take the Justice League and put them in the Blood of Zeus world. So it's gonna be fun.
That show's great.
I love that show.
That show is freaking dope.
That
so
show's really
like,
good.
That'd be interesting.
yeah, so be on the lookout for that. I just released, to members first, but everyone else will see it tomorrow. My video on the problems with Superman. It's not the problems with the character itself. It's just some of the ways he's handled. But
yeah,
I had a lot of fun putting that together. And we'll see for Under Two Capes and movie night. But in the near future, we're going to do Justice League versus the Fatal Five. So that should be really fun because Nick and I still have
I love that movie.
Yeah, that movie's so great, particularly as a Jessica Cruz fan.
I count that as part of the DC animated universe.
Me too.
There's so many hints that imply like Cal joining later. They acknowledge that. They've acknowledged so many other things in that I am positive that was just a further down the line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I mean, give me that over Batman and Harley. Give me that over Batman.
Yes,
and Harley.
exactly. Thank you. So I think, so that's a good way to leave it. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs with General Zod, Zoeth, and Maxibot for life. See you later.
Wait.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
Okay, we're still live.
Yeah. All right.
Lois Lane is Lois Lane.
Further and